Welcome to the Spa Girls podcast, the self-publishing podcast for authors. You're in the right place for the best writing, marketing, and publishing advice, plus interviews with industry experts and best-selling authors. I'm Cheryl Phipps.
I'm Shar Barrett.
I'm Wendy Vella.
And I'm Trudy J. We tricked you. This is a Christmas episode. We're not going to
Merry Christmas. If you can access
really
YouTube, please do, because Trudy looks ridiculous. Okay?
Yeah.
She looks like
to me. I'm
Elton
getting rid of the
John.
bow. The bow's
My
annoying.
lights have stopped on my
and
horns.
Shah's got
Oh.
horns with
Got my
lights on.
horns,
Yeah, so
and they've
if
got
you
lights
have
on. There we
Any
go.
seizures, don't come and watch the YouTube.
If
because
you
you're gonna
get
seizures from those
vertigo or
lights.
seizure, we'll have a seizure warning on this.
Yeah.
Hey, I made a special trip to Target in Grapevine, Texas for these horns that
Wow.
I'll have you know.
No.
Alrighty. So what
Okay.
we're going to talk about today, ladies, as we
So-
sit around.
So
Happiness.
happiness
tree.
and joy and Christmas.
Yeah.
So this is the
Yay.
Christmas
Peace
episode.
and love.
We peace
Oh, I
and
should have
love.
played Jingle Bells on my new. I know
we
how to
could
play
sing
Jingle
it.
Bells.
We
You
could sing.
could've.
Mm,
Wendy could sing for us because she used to be
Yeah.
in a band.
no.
And she's learning the piano. And she's
Oh
Mhm.
learning-
yes, you should have brought your piano in, Wendy, and you could have played it on. Is that
No.
what you said?
Yeah, I
Is that what you
did.
were
I knew
just
you
saying?
weren't listening, but that's
No, I
okay.
thought you meant on something else. I didn't click that it was on your piano. I did
It's all
listen.
good. It's
just
all
not
good. I
properly.
learned for my kids, my
Aw,
grandchildren.
cute.
Oh, that's
Nice.
so cute.
You're
I
adorable.
love that.
Okay, so we're doing 2 celebrations and 2 things we're grateful for, and the reason we're doing that is A, because we're just getting personal today, and that's what it's all about, and B, we want all of you listening to do the same thing. So as we
Yeah.
are talking about our celebrations and the things we're grateful for, we really, really hope that you're going to be sitting there and doing the same thing, because it's so important for all of us to do it. And
Yeah.
to be excited and happy. And I mean, I know Christmas can be stupid and stressful and stuff, but let's just not.
No, don't.
Just no. Just say no. That's what we're saying here
No
today.
to the stress.
Yeah.
No to
No
the
to the
stress.
stress. I like
Okay,
that.
then. Can you come round to
Okay.
my house then and do all my cooking and everything?
Well, see, don't make
Sure.
it stressful.
I'm
This
not.
is the point,
No
right?
stress. No
I
stress.
used to.
Do you know what? I'm just going to go up the road and get fish and chips, and that's what they're having. Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Whatever.
Yeah, look, I believe that one.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay,
So-
so number 1, we're doing 2 celebrations each. So we start one celebration and do the second celebration. And I nominate Shah because she's in the exciting exotic location to do her
Okay.
first celebration. Go.
So my first celebration is getting on a plane and leaving the country. Sorry.
Yeah.
It
Well
felt really
done. Well
good.
done. That's all
After
right.
3 years, I think
3 years.
those of us outside the Antipodes, outside
Oh.
Australia and New Zealand, and I know everybody's had it tough, but we had particular issues around travel and getting back into the country. So it was very difficult to leave and to travel, and it's a huge privilege. I recognise that, but being able to do that, boy, it feels really good, and it just even the ability to do it again, knowing that we can if we want to. It's the odd story, isn't it? When you somebody says you can't do something, you immediately want to do it. So so for me, that's a huge celebration.
Way
And
to
I
go.
also survived the 4th longest flight in the world, which was from Auckland to JFK, and it was fabulous. And I had no problems whatsoever, thanks to a little pharmaceutical assistance. But just saying.
Nice.
good.
Well done.
You
We're
don't
very
have
proud
to
of
suffer
you.
if you
Yes,
don't like
well
flying.
done.
We were
I'm
very,
the
we were
core.
very worried,
I'm
but
the
we were
core.
very proud of you when you got there. And
Well,
one
you
thing,
didn't hear any things of, crazy women just trying to,
locked
No.
up onto
Yeah.
a plane and
running rampant.
in a
Yes.
closet on a plane with the
Running
food trays.
rampant in the
Yeah.
economy section, I'd like to
Mm.
point out. But
Yeah.
anyhow.
Nice work.
All right, it's me. What about you, Wendy?
Oh. I'm going to go with work related. I was very, very happy that all of my historical new releases this year came out into the top Amazon bestseller list. So as new releases.
That is huge. Congratulations, Wendy.
So
that is
that was,
fantastic.
yeah, I was pretty happy with that. And that was, and it's sort of just grown, and it's been a really good year for my historicals this year. So that was cool.
Yay to the Regency readers, can we just say?
Yeah. Shout out to all those Regency readers.
Yes.
Love you. Love
Yeah.
you. What about you, Cher?
I planned to release 4 cozy mysteries this year, and I did. and
Yay!
I was very happy with it. They were well received.
Well done.
And yeah, no, I'm loving it and looking forward to next year's challenge of doing the same.
That's fantastic. Well done, you.
My one, and he's hammering outside my window. So just if there's hammering,
Can't hear
Can't
anything.
hear it.
no, it's not currently hammering, but they might do. My one is that I'm finished with the Demon series. I actually finished 5-book series, all done and dusted, all up, and I love all of it. Talking about loving my books. And yeah, that's been something that's been sitting around on my desk for a year and a half, maybe longer, and it just feels so good to
Not to
be
have
done
that
with
weighing
it.
you down.
Yeah, like, oh my God, it feels so good. So and that's motivating me to finish the final book of my other series, which I had actually completely gone off. Like, I didn't want to go there, didn't want to do anything to do with that book. And now I'm like, it feels so good to be finished with this series.
Yeah,
I'd quite like to be finished with that series.
nice
And so
sense of completion.
yeah. So it's actually kind of that feeling is motivating me. So that's kind of awesome. Like learning that's what will motivate me to get things done.
Yeah.
And these glasses, I don't know how you people wear glasses all the time, because this is
They
very
are
distracting.
It's quite a
Very cool.
necessity though, dude. You know, like
But
it's not
to be
something we do
fair,
for fun.
See,
Yeah.
They
It's
don't
not a
have
fashion
Christmas
statement.
trees on
Yeah.
the top.
And what do you got
All
for
right.
number 2, Shah?
So the number 2 is self-publishing related, and it's extremely, what's the word, self-involved. But I'm so proud of us for getting more than 1,000 subscribers on our YouTube channel.
Another yay, another yay.
I
Well
begged,
done, Sha.
I pleaded, and I really appreciate every single one of you that went. And it's just a thing, you know, we've grown it organically. We haven't done any advertising whatsoever. And it's just so nice to have comments on there of people that have just discovered us. And I mean, we've been around for a long
Ever.
time.
We've been around and around.
This is our 8th year of we're going into our 8th year of podcasting, and to have people now just discovering us through a different medium is fantastic. And I love YouTube as a user and as a content creator, and I just really wanted to say thank you, and it's a huge celebration. And you know, it's a byproduct of when we were in lockdown and we were going loopy, and I caught the girls on a really weak moment, and none of us were keen to go on.
Let's just say it wasn't an executive decision.
It
was. I don't know. Maybe it was.
Wasn't a group decision.
And I think it's important that women over the age of 25 are seen on YouTube and things.
Well, as we're all 26, that
Yeah, exactly. Just scraped in.
Just got in there.
Anyhow, so yay to us, and yay to everybody that supports us. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
And that's me again.
That's you.
Celebration.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
Okay, I
We wish you a
decided to go down the German translation route.
Oh,
Well
yeah.
done.
Route.
Right.
See, that was an American English thing.
Yeah.
So yes, I wasn't going to, and then I thought, no, I will. So I put 3 books in German, and they've rocked it and gone very well. And so that was a celebration for me, stepping outside the square, because diversifying rather than focusing on continual quantity was a big part of so that was probably a thing, something I'm pretty much celebrating.
That's a big step for you too, because it's such a large part of your model in the past has always been like powering through and getting new content, new books, and the success of your books in Germany shows you that you can diversify the books that you've already written without having to do the effort of writing new books. So that's a big
good
thing.
Yeah.
So yay, celebrate.
Yay, celebrate. What you got, Cher?
Well, I'm celebrating the fact that I opened up a store, my own store, to sell my books.
Got a store.
Yes,
a store.
And just successfully amalgamated it with my website, which was a huge learning curve. And I seriously procrastinated and put it off, mainly because I was writing and wanting to get the books done that I was working on. But there's still a lot more work to do, but I've broken the back of it, and I'm just so happy about that. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Congratulations.
Awesome. And to do it all yourself, that is just even more impressive.
Do you know what I
Absolutely.
love about you doing that, is I remember, like we talk about us going into our 8th year. I remember when we very first started and you were like, I'm not doing Twitter. Twitter's too complicated. That Twitter. You were,
Yeah.
and now here you are setting up your own store, linking it to your website like a pro, like it's no big
Like a
deal.
boss.
that I'm
Teaching others how to do it. Can I just
teaching
point out?
others. you
Well,
know?
no. Maybe in
You
the
know-
future, guys.
Yeah.
But that's awesome, and that just goes, I mean, I just want people to listening to kind of understand that's what this could be. You too, like if you feel like there's some big barrier or something, some reason, something that seems like a really, because that seemed like a big reason, right? In the beginning it was just like these technical things are just too hard and we can't figure them out, and if we can figure them out, you can too.
Well,
you know?
well, when we first started, none of us were chickens even back then, and not that we're that much older now, but we weren't
26,
spring chickens,
27,
and
We weren't digital natives. How's
we
that?
were
Let's
not,
put it that
we were
way.
not.
No.
So yeah,
I
the
won't
fact that-
belabor that.
but you've done it and that's awesome. And
Very good.
well done.
What about you, Trudeau's?
So my one, what did I write down? I can't remember. So I did the Maggie Stivator course and I learned some stuff. That's what I wrote down. And I mean, I'm an input. I love learning. Number 1 input, number 3 learner, something like that. If we're going to go Becca Syme on it. And so I always do like learning, but I think for a long time I was learning marketing stuff. And I decided I needed to do craft stuff again. And honestly, Maggie Stivator is the most amazing person. She's awesome. I had the best time doing this. She called it a cannonball run, which was kind of part of NaNoWriMo, but it wasn't about finishing a book necessarily. And she gave me so much good advice, and I just loved it. And I felt it just made me excited to write again, if that makes sense. Like just gave me something to play with, you know, like it was just new ideas. And it wasn't just ideas as in the character should do this in this plot. It was ideas about how to take a scene and amp it up that I hadn't thought of. And even sometimes I thought, well, I kind of knew that theoretically, but I'd never ever done it practically into my writing. And that was the difference. It's like having her saying, well, you should do this practical thing in your writing, and then sitting down and having a go and doing it, rather than my focus for a long time had been just getting from A to Z, you know, like starting the book, getting the chapter done, fighting against the word count each day, and then finishing the book. And it was none of it was the playing about inside the writing, which is what Maggie did with me. And I was just like, yay, I got to play. And I rewrote a scene in a different place, and it made the scene so much better. And so, you know, just like thinking about the characters more. And I don't know, some people will be out there going, oh, that sounds horrendous. But for me, I was just kind of, Wendy's putting her hand up. I knew that. I knew that would make Wendy horrified. But I was just, and it's what I love about writing, right? Yeah.
So how did you
We're all
find it,
different.
and is it still going? If somebody else is out there thinking, oh, I like the sound of that.
She does. It's finished now. It was like a month-long cannonball run, she called it, and it was so it was group meetings, it was individual meetings, it was a Discord server, and all of that was kind of just around. I feel like it was geared more to someone who is very new to writing, like you know, newbie writers writing their first books. So awesome. If that's you, then that would be perfect if she offers something else like that. And she's very much fantasy based, so probably not and she's traditionally published, so all of those things are not. So if those things don't appeal, then don't go there. But for me, it was the craft that I got from her, and the one-on-one sessions with her. Like honestly, her mind is she's like a whip. Like she's just so sharp, and we chatted story, and I just loved it, and that was enough for me. That's what I got out of it.
Cool.
And she excuse me, she writes, this tinsel is making me
That was my husband sneezing in the background.
Yeah.
You're wondering.
She did like a writing retreat for a week in a Scottish castle and stuff like that. So I just joined her Facebook group. I don't know if she's got the most amazing course that she sells from her website, I think, that's on Vimeo, and it's just like her chatting about her methods. And that's awesome too. So if you're wanting to dip your toes in and find out what Maggie's like, and if you like her style, buy that. And she periodically has it on sale, and you can get it for not very much. So that's
cool.
that.
We'll put the link to her, but Google Maggie Stiefvater.
Yeah, that. Yeah,
All right.
that's me.
Very good.
So, okay, that's all of our, have we done Shah's
Yep.
second one? Yes, we have. Okay, you were first, weren't you? Yeah, so that's our 2 celebrations. So hopefully you've done your 2 celebrations, or you've got some awesome celebrations in your life that you can think about. Even if other crappy things have happened, we want you to think about all the awesome, cool things.
Might have
Now
more to.
we're up to the grateful things,
Mhm.
the things that you are grateful for this year. And there's lots of things to be grateful for in 2022, I feel. Because it's not 2020 or 2021, it would be my main one.
Yeah, yeah. Not
Exactly.
either of those things.
No, no.
But for reasons we
Exactly.
all know very well. But
Mm.
Shah, start again. What's your number one thing you're grateful for?
So I think for me this is a general kind of, I'm really grateful to authors who kind of talk about their struggles in a really open way, and struggles whether it's through the business or whether it's through their mental health or working through anxiety or whatever, and they're just really honest, and I really appreciate that. I'm thinking ones off the top of my head are Sarah Cannon, Lee Savino's been really honest with us. I mean, everybody that's come on the podcast has been really honest with us, but they talk about, I don't know, there's just not that facade of perfectness, and I really appreciate the ones that keep it real and talk about not dwelling in it, but just, talking about, this is how I felt, and this is what I've done, kind of thing. So I just appreciate authors like that are really honest about the business as well.
Yeah.
It doesn't always go right. You can do 1, 2, 3, or perfectly in inverted commas, and sometimes you don't have the results as Sally Blogs next door, who did the exact same 1, 2, 3 and got sold 50,000 copies in the first day, kind of thing. Yeah, it's a complete exaggeration, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think it's good to keep it real.
Gotta keep it real, G.
Perfect. Okay, Wendy, are you next?
What am I grateful for? So many things. I can't think of any. That I love, that I can still do what I love. So many years on. And that I still love it. I'm grateful to my daughter, who's my business manager person. She's amazing and the most organized person in the world. I have no idea where she came from. Absolutely none. Complete opposite to me. And then my husband too works with me as well. I'm grateful for those guys. They're awesome. Those are probably the main ones there. They're great, and what I do.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
awesome. That's all of us as well, I think, probably. Cheryl?
Yeah.
Well, the first thing is I'm grateful to the Spa Girls, because I couldn't do what I do without them. I wouldn't have started doing what I do without them. And I, for me, just having that touch point, when things aren't going well, or even to celebrate when they are, either of those things are very, very important. And, sometimes you do get really, really lonely, and I can't imagine how I could have done this without having them in my corner. And like Wendy, I'm grateful to my family, but exceptionally grateful to my husband, who is my biggest supporter and my fan, sometimes embarrassingly so, right? We've all seen him on Facebook. But
sweet.
He's legend. He is absolutely
He
legend.
is.
And these are the places that my heart just expands, and of course with my children, who are just freaking awesome, absolutely awesome. And that was full.
Well, that was a moment.
Yeah.
I'm
What about you, Trudy?
Yeah, I was going to say similar thing in terms of, I mean, obviously my family and all that stuff too, but the Spa Girls, but also just my writing friends as well. Like I don't, like we always sort of, I'm really grateful to be a part of the Spa Girls and have this writing tribe here, but also other writing friends that I've made over the last couple of years. Having moved down to Cambridge, I had to sort of find a new tribe, and I've been slowly finding people around the area, and to my friend Tanya in Australia, and just people like that are around and that are just I don't know, I get to talk writing with, which is my favorite topic, and not everyone wants to talk writing with you.
No.
So not everyone
Surprise,
understands
surprise.
or cares.
Yeah.
To
I
be
think
fair,
it's the relief. That's part of what drives us to go to conferences and things, isn't it? It's like being with and it's like such a relief that you can sort of, particularly those first few times you ever go to a writers conference, it's like,
exactly. Like my mum will say to me, "Oh, so what have you been doing today?" And I'm like, well, I could tell you all about my newsletter, and I could tell you about the plot point and the plot hole I discovered and how I had to fix that, and I could tell you about this other thing, but she doesn't care. So I'm just like, oh, not much.
Their eyes glaze over.
Just hanging out.
Just writing.
She thinks I hang out a lot, that I don't do an awful
lot.
Working.
But... Yeah, my mum's the same. Just been working.
But so I'm grateful for the people who
get me,
and I get them, and we can talk about all the cool stuff that we love talking about, and that's awesome. That makes my heart feel full and happy. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Back to Shah.
Oh, have I got a second gratitude?
Yeah, come on, you can do it. We can do this.
Okay. Well, no, this is self-publishing related, but I'm grateful to the vendors. It sounds a weird word for it, but people like, Book Funnel and Drive to Digital, and I mean those guys have been around for a while, but the newer ones like Potter and Atticus, people that are trying to work to build products and services that are actually helping make our self-publishing journeys a little easier, and a little bit more accessible, and again, not wanting to sound like I'm sitting on the porch in a rocking chair, remembering way back when we used to do it with a tablet and a pencil,
with a fork and a
charcoal, with a charcoal out of the fire.
The cynics would say yes, we can there's money to be made from providing those things, and so it should be. Frankly, those kind of products take a lot of investment to actually make, so I have absolutely no problem with anybody charging for their services or their time, and I appreciate that they're trying to do it, and the good products really do help people a lot to do things that would have cost them an enormous amount before. So yeah, really appreciate the vendors out there.
Cool.
I don't know really. I sort of merged my two into the first one insofar as saying I was grateful for being writing, and then grateful for my family. So yeah, I mean, for me, grateful for what I do, grateful that I've finally got the office that I've always wanted, grateful for so many things. But that's, you guys are obviously a massive part of my life. I'm really grateful for you guys, because you've sort of talked me down off of many edges of cliffs.
We talk each other. I think it's very much.
And we've had a wonderful retreat without Shah, which was really sad.
Well, you say we're grateful for Owakuni.
Yeah, we're grateful for Owakuni and having a great time away. So many things. That's probably another thing that I need to do more, is actually stop and just regroup and go, gosh, how lucky are you? And to live the life you want to live, to do what you love, or have the people you love around you. And not worry about the penny dropping and it all being taken away. That's probably what I need to be grateful for.
Yeah, and it's a very understandable feeling that a lot of us have as well. So yeah, a lot of women actually, to be honest. I think one little practice, and I mean, I'm not doing the Gwyneth Paltrow gratitude journal thing here, but when I've had therapy over the years and different times when I've been particularly down, it's at night, the last thing you try and think of is just one thing that you're grateful for, and it could be something as simple as grateful for reading People magazine, or I'm grateful for actually nice fresh air. It doesn't have to be massive, but it's a really nice little positive buzz, because sometimes if you're feeling not so great, it can be really hard to think of the big things. So go for the little things.
I will add something to mine to say that I'm grateful for Christmas cake, because it's the best food in the world.
I hate Christmas cake.
I love
disgusting.
Christmas cake, and for our Northern American listeners, it's kind of I haven't had when I was over in Texas this year, I was looking for Christmas cake and there was none to be found. So it's definitely
so I'm grateful for that, even gluten free.
And
it's a big sludgy disgusting mess is what that
and
stuff
Christmas
is.
pudding as well.
Bah
Should be
humbug
fair.
to you.
It's
Bah
basically a very, very rich fruit
Fruitcake.
cake.
Yeah.
Best thing in
is
the
often
world. Christmas mince pies too.
I was
I
going to
know
say,
you
do you
will
like
find-
Christmas mince pies too,
Oh
you
my
crazy
gosh.
person?
Fresh.
Breakfast, lunch, and
Nice.
dinner. Breakfast,
It's
lunch,
Yeah.
and dinner.
well.
Can I just say, I now get the whole pumpkin spice thing, which is not dissimilar flavoring. It's got the cloves in it, and it's got your cinnamon. So it's like kind of the other side of the coin a little bit. But I mourn the fact that we don't have the pumpkin spice thing in New Zealand.
Another gap in the market show.
Yeah, these gaps.
I am
need to be filled.
grateful for Starbucks creamer.
No, I think Starbucks
And
here
pumpkin
has been
spice.
doing pumpkin spice, haven't they? I feel like, not that I drink coffee or go
know.
to Starbucks, but I feel like,
You have to make a real effort to go and get it and to do it in that
Mm.
particular time though. So just saying.
okay. Right.
But yeah, as a lot of times our podcast does devolve into discussions about food.
Yeah.
And
We are
so
foodies.
think of us as raising a celebratory glass of whatever your preferred
Pumpkin spice.
is
Yeah.
for Christmas, and
Yeah.
and whatever you want to eat, Christmas
Yes.
mince pies or not.
What else
Yes.
have you got to be grateful for, Share?
So I am very, very grateful to our listeners because I think as much as we do this for free, and you have to remember that Patreon is just a relatively new thing for us, but we've been doing this for free for so many years. But we actually get so much back from you guys, because it's not just the feedback. It's not just you saying that you love us or whatever, however you feel.
We love
about us.
that though.
We do like that.
We do love that.
But the things that you come up with and the questions that you give us, and even sometimes we've had, especially from our private group, suggestions for podcasts and people that we might like to interview, and that's been helpful. But actually, it's been great because the more people we get on in a variety of topics and having different conversations with people, even within the same genres, the more we all benefit, I think, from the experience and different viewpoints. So thank you for being here, and hope you'll be here for many more years to come, as we might be.
I'd like us to get to 10 years. I'd like us to get
Oh
to
my
double
Lord,
digits.
are you
Just saying.
kidding?
And I just,
Wow.
just in that vein, I just wanted to give a shout out to Martha and Nikki in Alabama. I know I screwed that one up. I'm sorry, Nikki. I've got the wrong vowel thing going on to say Alabama properly. But we just wanted to note your comments and your emails are really appreciated, and thank you very much for listening.
That's lovely. Yes, we do love it. We have the listeners. I was going to say, the other thing that we love when people give us suggestions and ideas is that, because sometimes you get things can be a bit of an echo chamber, I think, in the self-publishing world, and you get the same voices over and over, and there's certain people at a certain level that always get on all the podcasts and get heard. And what we've always tried to do is dig down a bit deeper and find different people who are also very successful, like who are doing great things but don't always get heard. And that's what, at least for me, I mean, I'm assuming that you guys are on the same plate with this, that's what part of what we're doing is trying to get different voices and different people out there on the show. And
some of them, like I'm thinking, we've had Honey Phillips, we've had Lillian Lark, and they hadn't been on podcasts before, and we like to think that we're gentle with people. And very, what's the word, welcoming to the spa, and we get to ask the questions that hopefully that the listeners want to ask them as well. So
we've had a few people come on and go, oh, there's 4 of you, but
they got a bit scared.
So scared.
Yeah. And we have to, as Kiwis, we have to learn to slow our speech down, because we do talk fast, and it is hard to pick
with
up
a funny
on our
accent,
weird accent. So we appreciate everybody, and we appreciate all our guests that have come on too this year.
I like to think that we have opened the self-publishing world up to the Kiwi accent a bit more. That we have all these listeners
they need to be
out there in the
it?
world who are going to be able to, they're going to meet someone along there in their normal everyday lives who's going to be a Kiwi accent. They're going to go, I recognise that accent because they've been listening to us.
And they'll probably go, do you know the Spa Girls?
And they probably will know us, because New Zealand is like a freaking village.
Like a shoebox compared to
a
everywhere else in the world.
But anyway, there's 4 of us, so we've got lots of connections.
Do you have something Trudy?
Yes,
Something else that you're
yes.
grateful
My
for?
other thing that I'm really grateful for, aside from my family and the Spa Girls and all my writing friends, are I feel like this year I found my joy in writing again. I feel like I'm enjoying it much more than I was in 2021. I've been working hard on and I met with my coach the other week, and it was really cool because she met me in January 2021, and I remember kind of being really confused and burnt out and not knowing what I was doing and where I was at, and I was very like I was trying really, really hard to do things right and proper and all this kind of stuff, and she saw me back then, and it was a lot of chaos and confusion and all the rest of it, and then she knows me now, so this is almost 2 years later, and she said it's really noticeable difference. She's like you're a very different person. And we went through and did my my planning for next year, and I just knew what I was doing, and I wasn't like last year when we did planning. It was like, oh, I don't know whether I'm going to do this or that, or oh, they could, and oh, what about this, and it was all lots of chaos and confusion around it. And this year I was like, no, I know what I'm doing. That's fine. I'm not stressed about it. I'm a lot calmer. I'm a lot, like, it's clearer to me. It felt a lot easier, and she just said it was really noticeable, and I was like, it's nice to have, like, I feel like I am in my own person feeling so much better and so much happier, and I'm doing things because I love it and because it makes me happy, and not because I feel like it's the right thing or what I have to do or whatever. But it's nice to have some external person who's kind of seen
validation
go through that and kind of go, yeah, no, it's 100% noticeable. So I'm really grateful that has been a process that I've been able to go through. I'm grateful that I'm feeling awesome about my writing again. I found the joy. I'm grateful that that's something I've been able to do, and I'm grateful for the podcast for allowing me to meet all these amazing people that we've met through this year. I mean, 8 years. How can we not have met someone who's who's horrible? Like we've just met all of these amazing people.
Not a one. No, they've all been amazing.
About publishing or about, I don't know what it says, but we're just all these amazing.
Maybe it says it about us.
Yeah, maybe we're amazing and it rubs off on them. I don't know.
That's what it is. It's clear. I mean, and we're all about peace, love, and understanding, because we never argue with each other.
No,
we're just
like the whole harmonious.
It's
like just this harmonious bubble.
It's like one mind.
One mind.
Yeah, we're like the Vulcan minds.
We are just like Zen, totally Zen with each other.
Yeah,
and that's the biggest load of BS I've ever heard. If anyone's listening.
Yeah, if this is your first episode, this is not the case.
Yeah. We argue like you would not believe.
Mainly because Wendy's bossy, but you know, it's not.
Oh my God, we all know that's not true.
However,
watch out for that lightning bolt, dude.
You can still love people you disagree with.
Yeah, you can. And it makes it better. Yes, exactly.
We all the same. The world would be boring.
Exactly.
Wouldn't it be boring?
Yeah.
So
anyway, I don't want that. So have we all given 2 celebrations?
Yes, I think we have.
I feel like we have, and just a general gratitude. Thank you so much for listening.
Can I just say a huge
first time or the 377th time of your listening to us, and if you have been listening since day one, please make sure you make yourself known to us in the comments.
And all power to you for hanging in with us. Can I just say?
Yeah, we're really sorry. We'll try harder next year.
Sorry about that first lot.
Can I just say very quickly?
Yes.
A massive Merry Christmas to you all.
Yes.
And I hope you have whatever you're doing, whatever country you're in, or who you're celebrating with.
Well, how do you celebrate? If you're not a Merry Christmas celebrator.
Yeah, just have a great festive season or a great break, or whatever you do, have a great time doing it all.
And relax
to you.
And no calories and chocolate on Christmas Day.
We really appreciate you massively.
We do.
We do this for you.
Thank you so much to everyone listening. Thank you. We love you all. Well. We think you're amazing.
Yeah.
Go forth and conquer.
We will see you in the new year.
You a Merry Christmas.
Thank you from the spa. Oh, we're going to sing us out. We're going to sing us.
We wish
you a Merry Christmas
and a Happy
New Year.
Bye.
Bye-bye.